This is a very revealing poll which asked, do the two major parties, Democrat and Republican, do a good job of representing Americans' political views? Or do you think a third party or multiple parties is necessary? The majority said a third party or multiple parties are necessary. So given the fact that a majority of people think that either a third party is necessary or multiple parties are necessary or are undecided, why does YouTube set up its politics page the way it does? Are they presenting politics or are they playing politics?
It all depends on how you look at it.
And talk about playing politics, even the poll. The poll is playing the Republican word game. The word should have been Democratic Party, not Democrat Party. It's called the Democratic Party, not the Democrat Party. And it's interesting that this poll is playing the same Republican game, a Republican game that goes back to the 1940s at least. You can see a link about that in the video description, but that's not the point of this video. There are no political ads in the political ad sections for other than the two major parties that are dominating our political system and dominating YouTube. I checked. I'm doing keyword search. I checked and checked. So the question is, why is YouTube doing this? I'm going to ask these presidential candidates, and there are even more presidential candidates. That's the point of this video, to tell you that we are not limited to the dirty duo. The two top guys that the mainstream media is pushing, and YouTube as well, don't respect the U.S. Constitution. Obama violated the U.S. Constitution by ignoring the war powers restriction, which says that only Congress can declare war. And the father of the Constitution said that's the most important clause of the U.S. Constitution. In no part of the Constitution is more wisdom to be found than in the clause that confides the question of war or peace to the legislature and not to the executive department. I think he was right. What he was saying is a president cannot be trusted with the power to decide just to start a war because there are too many advantages are gained by doing so. It's just too much of a temptation to abuse power. And so in their wisdom, the founding fathers said, we're going to make sure that this power isn't abused. And we could save future generations of Americans from the horrors of war because they won't live under a king. But in the corruption of the powers that be, they rob us of our basic right to have our Constitution protect us from these needless, illegal, and immoral wars. We don't have to vote for Romney or Obama. I am not voting for those two. So I'd like it if YouTube would at least respect my rights and respect the rights of all Americans. Because even if you, for some reason, you want to vote for Romney or Obama, I think there's a good chance that you still think other Americans have the right to vote for someone else and have the right to know that they have the opportunity to vote for someone else. What YouTube is saying is we don't want to represent the majority of people in America. So I'm asking other candidates if they want to post videos asking YouTube to please include their campaign ads within this page.